welcome. We're here at Sip Coffee House in Highland, Sip 2. It's Kelly and Bill. And thought we would start you out with the weather because it's going to be interesting this weekend. Yeah, well, let's get right after it, shall we?
Mother Nature.
So, yeah, I guess we have to get one more shot of this stuff. And actually, it's a toss because not sure if it is going to affect the extreme northwest Indiana area, but it's definitely going to affect some of the southern counties or southern parts of both Lake, Porter, and LaPorte County. So as you can see there, we have a string coming down of, it's going to be a very narrow by all means, but it could be likely from 6 to 8. Some areas could even get, they're calling for 10. So by all means, if you are going to plan traveling south, check the road conditions and weather report, and I always do them in the morning, so check in with my weather report tomorrow morning and see where we're at. So as we go on and look at the weather map, right now, gosh, look outside, it's beautiful.
Gorgeous.
Absolutely beautiful. Blue skies. Boy, I just wish it were a little bit warmer. It'd be a nice day for a bike ride, but it's kind of chilly out there. So that's where we're at today. You can see that high front is still riding over the area, but you can see something's knocking at the door to the west. And bam, here's what happens. So we have, this is going to look like tomorrow. So really during the day we should be okay. But you can see that large mass of snow up there, and the low front is starting to move in the area, and as you know, when low front moves in the area, they're kind of like a vacuum that kind of sucks in any moisture or any weather that's in the area. So let's move on to, this is Friday night and Saturday morning. I had to laugh at this graphic. And keep in mind, for those of you who are going to complain, I did not do this.
No, it's just automatically cleared.
Yeah, but you can see the area that's covering, and again, this is fairly narrow. It's not going to get expanded by all means, but again, it's going to ride up into the northern Illinois area, through Indiana and southern Ohio, and then go into the
Pennsylvania,
Pennsylvania,
New
Delaware.
Jersey, yeah.
Right. So that's what we're looking at. And so I just keep an eye on it. This is kind of a unusual narrow band of snow coming in, especially for the amount of snow that this is going to carry. Usually we're looking at wider areas that cover, both northern and southern areas, or the complete Great Lakes area, but this one is kind of a narrow band. So by weather events, it's kind of unusual, but then again, we're looking at just this weekend, and things should start clearing up as a high front moves back into the area during Sunday, but we'll keep you posted. So let's talk events. We're going to move on to the events, and Kelly, you want to help me out with these?
Sure.
We have the first one. I'm going to go ahead and
It's Ordinary Days, the musical at 4th Street. I don't know why it says original, but it's Ordinary Days.
Original.
The musical at 4th Street Theater in Chesterton. And then we have an Easter egg hunt at the Wicker Park Gazebo. We have Michelle Velez live at Region Ale in Schererville. March for Our Lives, Northwest Indiana, youth led here at Main Square Park on the 24th. Also on the 24th, there is a Horse and Around Horse Fair. So those of you who love horses, it's a free event. Not a free even, but it is a free event. There is a blood drive on April 3rd at Lincoln Center. Annie, the musical, is going to be at Footlight Theater. We also have Camping with Henry and Tom being done by Hammond Community Theater, done at Beatniks on Conkey in Hammond. There is the 10th Annual Educational Symposium for Parkinson's Disease, which is also at Lincoln Center on the 7th. And then on the 14th, there is Slugfest at the Hammond Civic Center in Hammond.
That ought to be fun. I'd like to go see that.
Yeah.
So, so those are events, and a couple of things I want to talk about. First of all, we're trying to highlight Highland and whenever we can, and some of you are probably sick of me talking about the Lincoln Center here in Highland, but I got to tell you, I'm daily impressed by this. In fact, yesterday I've got a small tour, and saw some of the back rooms, some of the meeting rooms, and they have this banquet hall that is absolutely awesome, and we're going to come up on it here in just a bit. That's the front of the Lincoln Center. And the other thing I'll say about the Lincoln Center, they're talking about an expansion starting soon. By the way, that's the contact information for the Lincoln Center. If you want to reserve a room or find out more information. And what you're seeing now is the banquet hall. It's a pretty big room. If you have any type of meetings, a civic group, or a gala, dances, it's absolutely awesome. Then I can't talk enough about the fitness center. Probably one of the most clean, well-kept fitness centers, and well-equipped too. They've got rowing machines, stair climbers, elliptical machines. Gosh, they probably have, I want to say, 15 treadmills, free weights, universal machines, and very, very well kept. So I'm totally impressed with the Lincoln Center, and boy, I think this rivals most centers I've seen anywhere. And that, by the way, we're looking at the field house, which has got a walking and running track and basketball nets. So it's a pretty awesome place. And their expansion, they're talking about an indoor soccer field.
Cool.
Yeah, so it's going to be very cool.
Also classes that go on there too. If you're ever interested, and you go to the info@highlandparks.org, they do art classes, they have dancing classes. There's a daycare in there, I believe. Sometimes mommies stay out. Also, of course, the Highland Historical Society is there.
And let's go up here and back. There we're back. So a couple of the other things I want to talk about is, we just got done, and I won't talk about this much. You can actually find the recording on the Bill Moran Show Facebook site, and I'm going to let you go ahead and please look at both the first session that we did and second session on school safety. We just wrapped that up yesterday. We had a pretty good panel. We had Dave Reynolds, then we had Todd Willis from Porter Stark, Stephanie Stevenson from the Substance Abuse Council of Porter County. Let's see who else. We actually had a student from Valparaiso High School on with us, Ollie, and she represented the student's perspective. And then we had John Groth, and he actually brought a lot to the discussion, and from an administrator's perspective, and he talked about what they do at Porter County Career Center to keep the kids safe. So that was a pretty, I want to say, very helpful, I feel, talk that we all had. And everyone expressed their opinion. Oh, by the way, we had Senator Randall Head from Cass County that came on and talked to us about the school safety legislation that they'll be working on in the special session. So that was quite helpful. Let me see what else that we want to talk about. Oh, yeah, what we've got coming up next week is kind of exciting, I think, for a couple of reasons. And let's see, where did I put that? Maybe I replaced it. Hold on a minute. Yeah, here we are. Sorry, folks. We talked to the folks at Wild Rose Brewing, and they would love to have us out to do the show live. And so we're going to be doing that every Wednesday at 7 p.m. or at least we're going to try to do it every Wednesday. But they've got kind of a neat place for us set up. If you guys remembered when I interviewed Kelly about her one-woman show, that was done from Wild Rose Brewing. And you know what else is happening next Wednesday?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I heard a rumor.
So, I think it's kind of neat. We're going to be there for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll be this guy's birthday.
So come out and join us. Nothing else helps celebrate my birthday with a beer, something. And it's going to be fun. That's again going to be a weekly event. So we're going to have Wednesday at Wild Rose Brewing at 7 p.m. And that should give you enough opportunity to get dinner done and out, get the kids taken care of, and head out to have a beer with us and just sit and talk. And then, of course, Thursday we're going to have our coffee break here at SIP. Let's see, what else do we have? Gosh, I guess that's about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of a short show today. Not much. There's a couple of things things in the news that I wanted to mention. Actually, good things in the news. Well, one is kind of sad, though.
Well, there's a couple of sad things in the news, I'm sure.
Yeah. One thing I found kind of unusual, and you can find all these I found in the Times. Library mini golf.
Fun.
Yeah. At Crown Point Community Library, they're going to start a mini golf. A whole lot of fun is what they call it. From 10 a.m.
With
to 3.
whole spelled H-O-L-E instead of W-H-O-L-E.
And from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. on April 14th. I just get, gosh, the librarian must be going nuts.
Oh, but she's having fun.
Yeah, I bet she's having fun. So that's kind of a neat event. Again, that's at the Crown Point Community Library on April 14th. And you could see that in the Times if you want to see the complete article. Another thing that was kind of exciting that I found, we had John Groth on the show yesterday as part of the panel discussion, and this has almost become an annual event for these guys. Porter County Career and Technical Center won the Television School of the Year at the 2018 Indiana Association of School Broadcasters. I know Bob Phelps that it teaches that program, and he's absolutely phenomenal. He used to be a TV producer himself in South Bend, and then he joined the staff at Porter County Career and Technical Center, gosh, I want to say 5-6 years ago. And he's just done some phenomenal things with his kids. In fact, I hope to have him on the show sometime, and we can showcase some of the things that they've done. They rival a lot of professional production, what he has these kids do. And one of the neat things he does with the kids is they actually do a live stream of the Valparaiso High School football games and basketball games. So kudos to Bob Phelps and his class, and of course John Groth, who is their fearless leader there. And they've received all sorts of awards for their video production. So again, congratulations to them. National Park Service is going to open up hiring some interns, some teenage positions. The Youth Conference Corps YCC program is a work-learn program for 15 to 18-year-olds. So deadline to apply is April 27th. Participants are paid $7.25 an hour for a 40-hour work week. Oh man, they apply. The program runs, I don't fit the age group though. The program runs from June 3rd to August 11th, so by the time you're out of school till you have to go back, you've got a job. 40-hour week, that's not a bad job. And applicants should be prepared to work the entire length of the program. So look for more information in the Times. Again, that's at the National Park Service at the Dunes Park area. This is kind of exciting for multiple reasons. Hammond lands tax credit for a $40 million data center that would be the largest in Indiana. Now, I've got a couple that with some good news, both about this. And again, Hammond lines up a tax credit of more than $9 million for a developer to build part of a data center, in the former State Line generator plant on Lake Michigan. Hammond Mayor Thomas McDermott said it would be the largest data center in the state of Indiana during his Facebook Live broadcast Wednesday night at Freddy's Steakhouse. Developer plans to invest at least $40 million in this project. So again, kudos to Hammond for landing that. And actually that segues into another thing that we're going to have, and I believe it's April 11th. Tom McDermott, Mayor McDermott, will be on our show out of the WVLP show. So we're kind of excited to have him on and talk about some of the things that are going on in Hammond and some of the things that are going on with him. So we go from all this excitement to something kind of sad. You all remember Bozo, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Longtime Boston television personality, entertainer Frank Avrich. Avrich, was it?
I don't know. He
Yeah, I
wasn't, he
think it's
wasn't
close.
ours.
Who was the star of the popular children's TV program Bozo the Clown, has
The one in
died
Boston, yeah.
at 89.
Yeah. Not our boss. Not
No,
ours.
not
kind
ours,
of
but
Bozo for us,
but this article goes on to say he started this in 1959 and was Bozo the Clown to 1970, a clown character particularly popular in the U.S. in the 1960s because of the widespread franchising. And so we had our own, but the way this article says, he was one of the ones that started out that character and the franchising of that character. So we all remember in Chicago at WGN where they had the Bozo Circus and Bozo the Clown. But this is the guy that started it all. And that's pretty much it. That's all that I wanted to bring out in the news. And again, next week we're going to be at Wild Rose Brewing on Wednesday at 7, so please join us there. And gosh, until next week, I guess we'll see. We're not much going on this week as far as this show is concerned. We want to thank everyone for participating in the panel discussion on school safety. That was huge as far as we're concerned. A lot of things got discussed, everything from mental health to what was actually being done now to secure the buildings in the area, and particularly in Porter County. And thank goodness we had Dave Reynolds there to discuss his whole one county, one protocol program that talks about getting all the schools on the same page and making sure that they have gone through and rehearsed their security plans.
And that's for Porter County.
Porter County,
Porter
right.
County.
Right, but Dave's done a lot to push that program forward. We're one of the first counties in Indiana, or I'd say Porter County is one of the first counties in state of Indiana to deploy a alert app where it's loaded on all the teachers' phones, and if anything happens, they just press the app and automatically sends a notification to the dispatcher, not only where they're at in the building, but gives them an idea what type of crisis situation is at hand. So that was beneficial, but that's it. Keep an eye on the weather this weekend because it could get kind of touchy, particularly if you're moving or traveling down south. The other thing you want to be concerned about if you're traveling, it may appear to be fine here, but don't let that be misleading because you could be traveling into some nasty weather the further you get south. Now, the other thing I will let you know, this narrow band could move south or it could move north. So just hope that it doesn't move north. I hope it doesn't move south either because those poor folks will get it. And so that we are looking at a band that could deliver up to 6 to 10 inches. So with that, we wish you a very safe week, and we hope to see you on our Facebook Live feed next week. And till then, have a safe week, and we wish you a good week.
Relax, renew, rejuvenate. Let Espa Day Spa and Holistic Center be your destination to revitalize and heal your inner and outer self. Espa, a family-owned and operated European-style boutique spa and holistic center, is located at 2825 Jewett Avenue in downtown Highland, Indiana. They offer individual services, combination packages, and monthly memberships. For a complete list of services offered, go to my-espa.com. To schedule your appointment, call 219-923-3772. Hours vary depending on the season, so be sure to call before stopping in. Gift certificates are available.
What makes luxury travel so special? Your Cruise Planner's luxury travel agent, of course. Here are 5 ways we make world-class vacations extra special. Number 1, fabulous hotels and accommodations with personalized service. Number 2, exquisite dining, so we only recommend the finest. Number 3, undiscovered places to cross off your bucket list. Number 4, brag-worthy experiences you'll never want to forget. Number 5, downtime for reading or indulging in a holistic spa treatment. Who's booking your luxury vacation? Cruise Planners, your land and cruise experts.
Hey, I'm Callie, your land and cruise expert. I specialize in fun across Europe, the Caribbean, and even Hawaii. Whether you are traveling by land or by sea, the person to book it, of course, would be me.